Have you ever caught yourself thinking about how some people seem to have everything they want in life, while others work tirelessly and can't seem to get anywhere? The truth is, the journey to wealth isn't about luck or special skills. It's about making the right choices. And here's the good news: what you decide to avoid can be just as important as what you decide to do. In this article, we'll explore 3 traps that many fall into, which could be blocking your path to financial freedom. If you want to join the select group of people who truly understand how to build wealth, start avoiding these behaviors today. Success is closer than you think, and you may just need to shift a few perspectives to achieve it. How many times have you heard that money is the root of all evil? That's a widely repeated phrase, but it's completely out of context. What the Bible actually says is that the love of money is the root of all evil. And here's the difference: money itself is neutral. It's a tool, like a hammer. You can use it to build a house or destroy something. In fact, demonizing money is a mistake that prevents us from seeing its potential to create prosperity and change lives. In modern culture, there's a real vilification of financial success. Who hasn't seen someone criticized for having a luxury car or a huge house? But stop and think, is wealth and success really something to be condemned? Or is there a certain hypocrisy in this criticism? After all, many of those who attack the rich would love to have the same possessions. The truth is, the problem isn't the money, but how it's perceived and used. Gratitude and generosity are the real foundations for handling wealth in a balanced way. And why does society treat getting rich as something wrong? This often comes from a poverty mindset that makes us believe that wealth is bad. However, on the contrary, it can be a blessing when used with integrity and to serve others. Think of practical examples, like entrepreneurs who donate millions to noble causes or create job opportunities. What matters is the heart behind the money, not the bank balance itself. Have you ever stopped to think about how rich the society we live in really is? Even what is considered a low income in the United States can place someone among the highest earners in the world. Imagine this: earning about $32,000 a year already puts someone in the top 1 of global income. It sounds absurd, but it's the reality. The problem is, we often forget to look beyond our own bubble. We are surrounded by so much consumption and wealth that we end up comparing our financial performance to the extremes, rather than seeing the true prosperity we already have. This says a lot about our culture and how it shapes our perception of wealth. In Western society, financial success often becomes a thermometer for personal value. However, while we focus on reaching the next level, we forget that we already have much more than most of the world. We are part of a rich global economy with access to goods and opportunities that many can only dream of. This contrast should fill us with gratitude, but instead, it breeds jealousy and dissatisfaction, fueling an endless pursuit of more. And this pursuit often prevents us from seeing the impact we could make with what we already have. Think of first-generation millionaires who started with little but transformed not only their lives, but their communities. They looked beyond individual consumption and used their wealth to create service and opportunities. And us? Are we focused on being thankful for what we have, or just complaining about what's missing? This reflection leads us to the next point: how the values we cultivate can shape our relationship with wealth. Financial success in the United States is not a historical accident. It is largely the result of values deeply rooted in the Judeo-Christian ethic. Principles like integrity, hard work, and a focus on providing good service have guided generations of entrepreneurs and leaders. These values have not only shaped the economy of a nation, but also set a standard that inspires prosperity. Think of the idea of sowing and reaping. For example, you plant effort, honesty, and generosity, and reap results that benefit not just yourself, but also society. Interestingly, the concept of wealth from this perspective is not limited to material possessions. It encompasses a life built with purpose and gratitude. This approach differs from the simple love of money, so criticized in biblical teachings. It's not about accumulating, it's about managing wisely. Leaders who adopt these values often prioritize philanthropy and the collective well-being, proving that wealth can be a powerful tool for transformation. That's why, even in a consumer-driven society, many people stand out because of the positive impact they leave in the world. It's worth noting that these principles are not distant from anyone. They are applicable in everyday life, regardless of your area or income level. Adopting generosity as a practice, maintaining work ethics, and honoring commitments are simple yet powerful steps for those seeking to build wealth with purpose. And by following this path, you will inevitably find a much greater sense of fulfillment. But after all, why is there still so much resistance to accepting financial success as something good? Let's explore that in the next topic. The way we perceive wealth is shaped by beliefs and experiences we carry throughout our lives. One of these views is the spirit of pride, which causes some people to attribute all their financial success solely to their own effort. While determination and hard work are essential, this mindset ignores external factors such as opportunities and support, which often play a crucial role. It's like someone who builds an empire but forgets to thank the people and circumstances that contributed to their journey. This pride can lead to disconnection, both from others and from the true purpose of prosperity. On the other hand, we have the spirit of poverty, a view that demonizes wealth and paints successful people as selfish or morally flawed. This thought often arises from envy or social judgment, but the truth is that it harms both those who feel it and those who are the target of criticism. People who believe that money is bad often limit their own opportunities, failing to realize that wealth can be a tool for good. How can you help others, support causes, or even provide generational inheritance without resources? This view is an obstacle to prosperity and, many times, an excuse to avoid change. Finally, the most balanced path is the spirit of gratitude. Viewing wealth as a blessing and a responsibility completely transforms your relationship with money. This spirit encourages generosity and good management, promoting a cycle of prosperity that benefits not only the individual, but also the community around them. Here, the focus is on using wealth ethically and purposefully, whether it's contributing to education, investing in sustainable businesses, or simply giving back to society. After all, gratitude is the foundation for a fuller, more meaningful life. But do all people think this way? In the next topic, we will discuss hypocrisy and judgment regarding wealth. Society at times reveals a contradictory relationship with wealth. It's common to see people who, while criticizing the rich, desire to achieve the same level of financial success. This judgment often arises from a mix of envy and jealousy. For example, someone might condemn a celebrity for buying a luxury car, like a $130,000 Mercedes, but then dream of having one themselves. This attitude reveals the cultural hypocrisy surrounding wealth. We admire riches, yet judge those who possess it. This contradiction also manifests when we talk about philanthropy. Many wealthy individuals use their prosperity for good, donating millions to charity, education, and healthcare. However, these same generous acts can be cynically interpreted. They only do this to show off, or there must be something behind it. This narrow and negative view ignores the positive impact that philanthropic actions can have on society. It's almost as if we expect wealth to come with guilt, when, in fact, it can be a powerful tool for transformation. On the other hand, judging those who do not have wealth is also an issue. The spirit of poverty mentioned earlier often leads people to condemn others for spending on something that seems extravagant, even if it's their dream. Who hasn't seen someone being criticized for spending money at a luxury restaurant or leaving a generous tip? These attitudes reflect a lack of empathy for others, choices, and possibilities. In the next point, we will explore how generosity and good resource management can create a positive and lasting impact on everyone's life. True prosperity is not just about how much we accumulate, but the impact we create by using our resources with generosity and wisdom. The practice of helping others, whether through philanthropy, tithing and offerings, or even small gestures like a generous tip, demonstrates a spirit of gratitude and respect for collective effort. Imagine how small actions, like donating bicycles to children at Christmas, can transform lives and create unforgettable memories. The act of giving doesn't diminish it, multiplies. Additionally, responsible management of resources is essential to preserving and expanding wealth. It's not enough. To earn well, you need to know how to take care of what you have. This includes investing wisely, planning inheritances for future generations, and, most importantly, avoiding unnecessary spending driven by impulses. For example, instead of spending on a momentary luxury, like an expensive item to impress others, why not invest in something that will bring lasting value, such as education or a business? Prosperity is born from the combination of hard work, financial intelligence, and an altruistic mindset. Finally, generosity opens doors to unexpected opportunities. When we cultivate a spirit of gratitude, we become more receptive to blessings and more trustworthy in the eyes of others. In this case, wealth stops being just about possessions and becomes about service. However, the journey of building wealth requires a balance between generosity and planning. And why not consider what the act of giving and managing well could mean for your own story? So, what are you going to do with this new perspective on wealth? How can you apply the lessons we've discussed to transform your financial reality? Remember, it's not about a destination, but a continuous journey of choices and learning. Every decision you make, from how you spend your time to how you handle money, reflects the life you're building. Are you ready to change the way you think about money? Start today, and don't forget, success is not about luck. It's about attitude. If you want to keep learning and evolving, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us on our journey to financial success.